Welcome back to another episode of Woolly TV. This time round, we've got the Firewire Tomo Neutrino. Yeehaw! It's a glorious thing to be able to do board reviews because I would never have picked this board off the shelf and taken it for a surf. Boards like Tomo's, and they're fun. Yo! Have a look at this guy. It's about as different as you get. Sort of roundish, squared, cut-off nose with a big, massive cut-off tail. Don't know if you can see on there, but hopefully with a light you can. It's got his full hull happening in there that he does. Don't forget to support the brands that support Woolly TV. Star Surf and Skate, massive range of boards. They will pick it off the shelf, wrap it up, get it in a box and get it shipped out the very next business day straight out to you. Different with this one compared to a couple of the other ones I've ridden, it's only a thruster option. So it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. It's really different. These boards are super different to feel, look, everything about them. They tend to go, like, let's not jump the gun, but they tend to go really fast. They do go fast, and it's just a matter of how it's going to turn when you get in the pocket. But the footage I've seen of them so far, they do look pretty good. This one's bigger than I normally ride. It's coming in 5'10", 20 and a quarter, 2 3/4, 36.8, so it's quite a lot bigger than my normal performance or daily drivers. About 3 litres more, but quite a bit shorter, as you can see. Rails feel just nice, medium type rail. That sort of a shape, if you can see that on there. The rockers kind of standard sort of just got a flip in the nose, but it's quite flat through the middle of the board, and it's got that single concave running into the concave type channels that Tomo does, and they do create a lot of speed. Anyway, let's get this thing in the water and see how it goes. Shaka bro. You. So funny looking. It's going to be interesting to ride, I reckon. I always like riding different boards because I never do. So when I do, I get excited. was the first surf on the Tomo Neutrino. And it was kind of funny because I always pick these boards up and go, what's that going to go like? And it's not a board that I pick off the rack to ever surf. So the great opportunity that I get doing board reviews is I get to ride boards that I'd never pick up. And I actually had a lot of fun on it. It was fast, it was super loose, and at times I did catch up the front a couple of times when I was too far forward on it. But as soon as on the back of the tail and keeping the nose out of the water, it was really loose and fun and kind of quick and skatey, and carried over dead sections really well because there's a lot of surface area. So it obviously carries.
Sorry, Ian, that was just about to get me on.
The surface area carries over dead sections really well, and it wants to go backwards. Like, you can kind of surf it, you can surf it on rail, but you can actually surf it on the flat too, so you can sort of get heaps of speed and keep it on the flats and not on the rail, and then sort of spin. So I did a couple where I was sort of spinning around a bit. Definitely a really good board for doing donuts on, for sure. Anyway, first surf done. So far so good. Can't complain. A lot of fun. It's just one of those boards. Makes surfing average kind of waves really, really fun. Oh no, your stuff's all wet. I'm back on the Neutrino. Second surf in front of the camera, but I did have a surf yesterday that we didn't film. I have changed up the fins. These things have been my favorites of late in small surf, the Vector 3.2 Blackstix in a large. They're really weird. They're really odd fins, like compared to anything else. I've got this curve right through them, like a concave. They tweak out in the tip. They've got a different shaped tip as well. But geez, they just feel so good. I'd love to know. So I'd love to get these things in the water, this board with these fins, and see how it goes, because they're odd fins and odd boards. The odd board. They yesterday I got a little bit better on it. I didn't be as sloppy as I was on it on the first day, but as I seem to get a handle on it and get used to it, I'm starting to have a lot of fun on this thing. And again, it's a glorious thing to be able to do board reviews, because I would never have picked this board off the shelf and taken it for a surf. So thank you to everyone for watching, because I get to ride boards like Tomo's and they're fun. Let's get out there.
Have a good one, Ian. Thanks for everything.
it sort of feels like a longer board with a straighter outline with the wide nose and the wide tail. It kind of, when you're surfing it, feels longer than it is. So it's only a 5'8" or something. It's only a 5'10", but it feels at times like it's super long. Like I actually think, even though the shorter version of this that I looked at was probably going to be a little under volume, in hindsight, I reckon I could have ridden the smaller one, no problems at all. Because it actually feels like quite a lot of board for me throwing this one around. But the feeling that it gets, it gives you a longer, so it gives you a longer rail line, feels like a longer board straight away. But it does trim and sit in the pocket kind of pretty tight as well, being that it is short. This is only 5'10". So it feels like a longer board, turns like a shorter one, gives you plenty of projection down the line, good carry over dead sections. It's just really different to surf, so I have to adjust my surfing. The type of shape it is, it limits the turns you can do, but so far so good. I'm having a lot of fun. It's fast and it's really different and it's awkward to learn to ride, and I'm enjoying that challenge and it feels pretty good. So stay tuned, plenty more surfing on this little bad boy. And I couldn't really tell a lot of difference with the fins today. Sometimes I can. Today on this board, not so much, because I guess there's just a lot going on with the bottom contours of it. Anyway, and then you throw some tricky fins in there. I don't know, it was hard to tell any difference today. But a couple I felt nice and loose, and anyway, we need to get in the water a bit more. Snuck out on the little left, grabbed a couple. I was surprised. I actually didn't think it was going to hold like that on my backhand. I didn't get any big ones, but it was actually faster on my, felt faster on my backhand. Maybe it's just the shape of the wave. But I was flying down the line doing these little wiggles and it actually felt pretty good. So yeah, I thought with the wide tail it was going to be real slippery on the bottom turns on the backhand, but it wasn't. So a lot of fun. Fast, loose. Can't complain. Probably went better than I thought. All right, we're back out there. Left these fins in it. Another surf in a Neutrino. starting to get used to this thing now. I know its capabilities. My backhand, geez, it flies. Like, it goes that fast back. It goes fast lefts and rights, but on my backhand on the lefts, for some reason it just really takes off. And epic for floaters on the backhand because it's such a big platform. You can just like hang up there and tail drop and make it really easy. Intermediate surfers wanting to go really fast down the line, floaters, cutbacks, like you can still jam it in the pocket, but it's hard to go vertical. But if you're not surfing like that already, then it's not really going to be a bother. It's day 10 of the Surf Aid Challenge. Yeah. Day 10 of trying not to get sunburnt. Back out there today, last surf on the board. I feel like I've got a good handle on it now. Changed the fins up, swell's a bit smaller, so I'm just gonna ride it with the MR 20s with a trailer. Give that a go. I just hope it's not too loose. We'll see how we go. Alright, so it's good to ride this board in a bunch of different conditions with a bunch of different fins. I think I rode it in the right conditions the board was sort of designed for. Sort of, you know, the right-handers were good, the lefts were a bit punchier. I really liked it on the backhand. I like the way on my forehand how it slide around on cutties, and the big wide tail. I was really skeptical at first, but it's super fast. I had a lot of fun on it. I mucked around with the fins. The last surf I just had was a 2+1. The ones before that, I had the Blackstix in there, the Vector 3.2s. I also tried the Firewire Larges in there, the V3s. So I mixed it all up. In the really small stuff, I like this combo the best. That felt really good and really free through turns. Board's fast, fun, easy to ride. Even if you're an intermediate surfer, you want to go really fast down the line and just do horizontal surfing, this board will do that for you. The limitations of it, I guess, it just won't fit vertically into the pocket because of the outline and the longer rail. Maybe if I was riding a shorter one, then I might be able to get down and a bit more into the pocket. This one was a little, I felt at times a little big for me. The 510, I possibly could have gone down to the shorter one and ridden that. Might have been a little bit under volume, but I reckon with the outline and the way it is, I could get away with a shorter board. I would probably pick the volume if you're going off volume. Just a standard daily driver volume, that would have been the right way to go for me for this one. But I had a lot of fun. Thanks to guys at Firewire and Tomo for letting me play around on this very different beast. Stay tuned, plenty more coming through. Please subscribe, then you'll get a little ding, and there'll be plenty more coming through for you. Sneaky little treat on the end. Got Gemma, who films and edits. She's riding the board, and my mate Kenny Grant from Exmouth, Board Riders, Cape Board Riders President, all-round legend. Anyway, stay tuned. It's coming up that way, or is it that way? I think that way. It's coming from that way. Filming on this Muppet.
And
Gemma surfs all arvo. You drink piss and go fishing.
Yeah, well, someone pays us to do it, so it actually makes it legit.